If you've heard of the Callisto Protocol before, you probably know two things about it already. It's very okay, and it's very violent. The issue with the violence part is that YouTube really doesn't like it when main characters turn into meat piñatas anymore, which in turn made me hold off on this video and rethink how I was going to approach it. I did come up with something though, and that's why today, not only will I try to get every achievement in the game, but I'll also be attempting to make the most family-friendly Callisto Protocol video of all time. With that goal in mind, I first have to establish myself as a responsible influencer. And what better way to do that than by reading the game's terms of service. Do not impersonate any person, including company, our affiliates, our licensors, our designated partners, our designated representatives, or our employees. Okay, I can do that, probably. What else we got? Do not encourage or enable any other individual to do any of the foregoing. Any action which the team has... Wait, okay, hold on, I can't read. That went pretty well. So now that we've done that successfully, we can finally jump into the game itself. We play as Jacob, a space trucker and our new meat piñata for this survival horror experience. Jacob is about to have a very bad day. Our playthrough starts off with us taking a beautiful selfie for our first achievement and finding out our ship has been boarded for another. It turns out that our ship has been boarded by some strangers and we have to play some hide and seek until they give up. Also, PSA, since I'm child-friendly now, not all strangers will actually want to play hide and seek with you, so be sure to double check with your parents first, even if one asks. Anyway, during all our fun, one of the windows ends up breaking and we get our first fail of the game. Now, obviously, some actions and animations in this game could be found disturbing to some people. That's something we don't want, so I've taken the liberty to draw less violent one-to-one recreations in Microsoft Paint in order to give you the same cinematic experience, just without all the gore. After actually making it back into the cockpit, the ship is in bad shape, and Jacob has to make an emergency landing. This would normally result in a catastrophe, but don't worry, I had it under control. Perfectly normal and safe landing, that's what I'm saying. I think I did a pretty good job, everyone's fine. Oh. Yeah. You might need, do we cover dental on our benefits plan for this cargo company, perchance? Unfortunately, the police saw what I had done to this poor man's teeth and didn't end up believing me when I told them that he was just born British to begin with. This resulted in me getting put into prolonged timeout, until we find out that the Callisto prison system is even worse than its American counterpart.
Something's not right.
You think so, Jacob? You know, I thought everything was going just fine now before you mentioned it, but now that I'm looking around, you might have a point. Yes. After nonchalantly walking out of our cell, we meet up with a fellow prisoner named Elias, who gives us a finely crafted prison shiv for another achievement. Elias also tells us that if we go to the guard tower, we can open up all the cells in the block to create a path forward. So making sure not to run with our new sharp object, we make our way over there. Things don't go all that smoothly once we get to the tower though, because inside is the first enemy of the game. Normally, the best way to solve your problems isn't with violence, but to talk it out with the other person. However, this convict must have been a barber before he got transformed into a zombie, because after I met him, he promptly decided to take a little off the top. Ow. Oh. I think I got a little ahead of myself there. Am I right, chat? Now, it should also be noted that I'm trying to beat this game on the hardest difficulty for another achievement, which means that if I get hit 3 or 4 times without healing, my insides and outsides will all become my outsides. Luckily, the Callisto Protocol has a dodge mechanic to help with that, and on my second try, I was able to disarm the enemy for yet another achievement and open up the way forward. There was one more thing I had to do before I moved on though, and that was to avoid eating more prison food and sign up for a subscription to HelloFresh, the sponsor of today's video. If you're like past me, you might think of cooking as another time-consuming chore and end up spending a lot of money on delivery or takeout. Let HelloFresh help you with that. With HelloFresh, meals are delivered right to your door and can be prepared in less than 15 minutes. For me at least, this actually ends up being faster than driving to and from my usual takeout spots, saving a lot of time. Not only is it fast, but if we do the math here, A HelloFresh subscription is on average 25% cheaper than eating out. Then, of course, there's also the meals themselves. HelloFresh provides top quality ingredients that go from the farm to your door in less than 7 days, which can then be made into meals like pork bulgogi bowls, stuffed green peppers, and any of the other 35 weekly recipes. If that sounds good to you, then use my link or go to hellofresh.com and use the code POGSNAMFEB65 for 65% off your first meal plus free shipping. Once you click, my description will live update to count up the purchases. Thank you again to HelloFresh for sponsoring, and now back to our very wholesome video. Our next objective was to get to the prison control room to lift the lockdown in place. To do so, we have to go through a lot of vents and somehow get past these guys.
Lethal force has been authorized.
Is that my boy? Oh, if it was, it used to be my boy is what I meant to say. I'd say pretty efficient though. Definitely getting what you paid for with those robots. The robots from the Star Wars prequels are no joke. Not only will they insta-kill you, but at this point in the game, Jacob has no way of fighting them. That means the only way past this next part is stealth. And so what you're about to witness is the footage of a stealth master at work. The other footage. You know, I think I'm okay. He didn't see me. Like I said, chat, he has no idea. Like I said, chat, he has no idea I'm here. Nothing to worry about.
Scanning for active core signatures.
Yeah, who would have an active core signature? Not me, that's for sure. Chat, if you're ever curious how to sneak, well, there's a masterclass right for you, okay?
No movement detected.
Yeah, I don't detect any movement either, to be honest. That's crazy. After flawlessly sneaking past that enemy, I came across a box on my way to the control room. Now, normally boxes contain ammo or sellable items, so I was pretty excited to see what was inside. Is your 21st? Oh, hell. Ah! That's it. I'm not playing this game anymore. Well, that was unfortunate. Surely, this was a one-time thing, though, and will not happen in the game again. After all those ordeals, we free ourselves from timeout and need to meet back up with our friend Elias again. There are a few things stopping us though. For one, everything has turned into a massive OSHA violation, and two is the fact that Darth Sidious wasn't exactly happy to see we got past his droid. Out of nowhere though, The Undertaker shows up and carries our boy here off Hell in a Cell through the announcer's table, cementing another iconic moment in WWE history and freeing us up to proceed. Hey chat. It looks like this robot is unarmed, right? So I think we're good. I think everything's safe here. We do meet back up with Elias in the end, but our errands aren't over yet. We apparently need to find a hacker to help us call down a transport ship, and so we're off again. This time is a little different though, because now we can craft ourselves a gun, which conveniently unlocks us another achievement. If you think the gun is going to make things easier, however, you would be incorrect. That's convenient. That's not convenient at all. Wait, what? That's not good. There were a few interesting areas that I passed on my way to the hacker. One of them was the elevator room. Oh. Yep, OSHA definitely not here, that's for sure. And then there was also the laundry room. With the laundry room, I really wanted to make a stepbro joke, you have no idea. But I figured it would be inappropriate for my now family-friendly video. Plus, I was 9 months too late anyway. That wasn't very nice. Surely they just wanted to get you a second time and it will not happen in the game again. The worst room I encountered though was the one where you get the GRP. The GRP is basically a telekinesis glove that you can use on enemies and objects. Normally this would be cause for celebration. However, this is also the room where you encounter multiple enemies at once, and I found out our handy dodge from earlier is a little less effective in this scenario. Damn it. After convincing the enemies to let me by and definitely not murdering them because murder is bad, I was able to get a few more achievements. One for getting an upgrade for my weapon, one for landing a finishing blow on a kinesis enemy, and one for finally getting to our destination, the shoe.
Elias, I'm in the elevator. I see the shoe.
That is one big shoe. Whoa, another achievement. If the shoe fit. That's my joke. Hey, the shoe is the maximum security section of the prison and the location of the hacker we need to rescue. The only issue is that to get there, we need to pass by the worst OSHA violation we have seen thus far. Side note, please be careful around moving machinery. You could hurt yourself. Speaking of which, I ended up dying a lot here, thanks to A, a lot more enemies spawning in than I was used to, and B, the fact that I suck at this game. But all the attempts it took me allowed me to throw 25 enemies into a meat blender to unlock 3 more achievements relating to picking them up and getting environmental kills. After eventually completing this room, we make our way over to the hacker only to find out that she's one of the people that crashed our ship at the beginning of the game. We all get separated again in classic video game fashion, which results in me needing to find my way over to the colony's hangar myself. On our way there, we run into another robot, but this time we can use our new gun to defeat it for another achievement. A lot easier said than done, though. You know, that probably could have gone maybe slightly better. I don't know. After a couple of attempts that ended pretty similarly, I found out that you can actually crouch in this spot here to shoot at the robot through the fence without it actually being able to shoot back. So a few shots to the dome later and the achievement was mine. Another achievement I knew I was close to was doing 5 perfect dodges. A perfect dodge is when you press the dodge direction right as you're about to get hit. This sounds easy enough, but I just couldn't get it to work for the life of me. Thankfully, like always, my Twitch chat was able to pull through. I got this by having to spam dodge rather than actually time it. Okay, yeah, I could give that a shot. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Oh. Wait, that was first try. Is that a perfect dodge? That was a perfect dodge. Thad, you are the MVP of chat. I just want to let you know. With this achievement claimed, it was now time to venture into the sewers, which was a crappy time to say the least. Describe yourself in one word at games. Jesus. Uh-oh. I should shut up. I said Jesus because I died for your sins, chat. Amen. Can I get an amen in chat? Although the last clip might not have sold you on this, I was getting better at the game by this point, dodging and bashing like I was a hybrid of Muhammad Ali and Barry Bonds. On the home stretch of the sewers, we're introduced to 2 new enemy types. The first are just standard enemies that can sprout tentacles and power up now, which basically every enemy becomes after this point, I don't know why, and also these enemies. Ah, god damn it! What is that thing? What am I looking at? That looks like that caterpillar from A Bug's Life if it grew legs. Right as I was about to leave the sewers, I got the achievement for fully upgrading a weapon and then was forced to take an eventful water slide ride down to the exit for another. I would say that this was also an OSHA violation, but based on what I've read about water slides in the past, this might actually be one of the less dangerous ones. We finally make it to the colony and are now tasked with meeting back up with Elias again. This has its challenges though, one of which was sneaking past another robot using my patented super stealth technique from earlier, and the other being this room with a giant spinning death trap in the middle. Why is this here? Regardless, we meet back up with Elias just to get separated again by a now alive Palpatine, because of course we do, and we need to make our way to the hangar in the freezing cold. We find that Elias decided he's gonna take a nap for the rest of the game, so we tuck him into bed and proceed back inside the compound. Okay, let's see. Where are we going? Okay, airlock, perfect. Oh, this is not good. This is the most extra airlock I've ever had to go into in a video game. Great, thank you for notifying me that it's why did we have to go red? I feel like there are so much easier ways to notify me that the airlock's done. Oh wait, what is that? Is that gonna explode? Oh, wonderful. Okay, well, I'm sure I'm about to have a lot of fun with this game now. After fighting through several rooms, we meet back up with our hacker Danny and decide to put aside our differences in order to work together, because teamwork makes the dream work. We're given the objective to restart the power grid so that we can open up the garage housing a transport vehicle. But there is one thing standing in our way. Oh. Dude, come on. Really? All right. Once the power's back, the game starts giving out story achievements like a man in a white van gives out candy. Which you shouldn't take, by the way. We get one for revisiting our crashed ship and another one for calling down the evac shuttle, which doesn't exactly go according to plan.
Go.
Sedge.
Go. Go.
Uh-oh. That's not gonna be good.
What?
This is Arcus.
What is Arcus?
Arcus.
A Pokemon?
The original-
We now have to find out how to escape Mount Coronet while the entire place crashes down around us. Danny and Jacob get separated again due to a bridge collapsing, because of course it does. However, that's not the only thing I now had to worry about being unstable. My game crashed 5 times at this point. Wait, really? I have yet to have like any issues with this game. And from like a... All right. Well, good call. That counts as a death. No, it does not count as a death. How you feel about this game? I don't know. I mean, if I can keep playing it, I'm having fun. Once I was able to get the game running again, we meet another new enemy type by recreating the scene from Spider-Man 1. These enemies come in ridiculous numbers and are pretty strong. However, they're also blind. So even though they ruined my day a fair amount of times, there were also situations like these ones. What? Hello? Oh. Stealth God. This section is where I end up getting 3 more achievements. One for taking out 5 of the blind boys stealthily, another for turning the power back on despite this happening. Uh-oh. Bruh. What? That's surely not intended game design, right? And the last one for finding the final secret room of the game. What we got in here? Another secret room. Perfect. Oh. Ah! Open sesame. There's a lot of... Give me a lot of batteries. Which is a little concerning. Great. I'm sure nothing is going to go wrong whatsoever. It's just giving me this ammo out of the goodness of its heart. Right, chat? Surely this game is not about to throw something menacingly evil at me. To be honest, I have absolutely no idea if I can even show Two-Face in this video without it being demonetized. But to give you an idea, he looks like the letter V with arms and legs and 2 ugly faces to top it all off. This guy is pretty annoying because if he hits you, it's an insta-kill. But if you make use of all the shotgun and alt-fire pistol ammo you have, he should go down and you'll get another achievement. Nice! There we go. It only took a little over the believer amount. Let's not focus on that though. Let's focus on the victory, all right? We're finally on the last quarter of the game, but I don't really have much to cover on it. At this point, the playthrough just devolves into repeating the same thing. Get my brains bashed in, non-violently of course, beat the enemy, have Two-Face attempt to demonetize me because he somehow comes back to life 3 times in this video game for whatever reason, and of course, fall for this all over again. You need to pick up a whole bunch of stuff. This game is so cringe. Surely this was the last time, and they're done with the gag now. Surely. Anyway, we meet back up with Danny again to find the source of the infection, which gets us another achievement, and after a mini boss battle with Palpatine, we get 1 more for being thrown back in jail. Breaking out of our cell begins the last chapter of the game. I made it a point to barely use any of my ammo until I got to the final boss, which is why my death counter jumped from this I hate this game to this in a very short time frame. I hate this game. Every time! None of these chests are real anymore! My experience wasn't all bad though. I managed to find the last audio log for the final achievement before the end of the game, and what's even better is that I found this chest right before the boss fight. I've accepted it at this point. The final boss ends up being a mutated version of Palpatine, and he's no joke. Even with all my ammo stored up, I wasn't able to take him down first try, so I knew I was in for a challenge. Just kidding, I got him second try. It really wasn't bad at all, even on the hardest difficulty. With the boss defeated, all that was left was to make a break for the exit, and once the credits started rolling... Alright. We did it! Let's go! Maximum security difficulty and... the less exciting 1 second for whatever reason, which means that we have gotten all the achievements in the Callisto Protocol in a single playthrough. Let's go! We did it! Honestly, as much as I thought the last fourth of the game was repetitive, I still had a pretty good time. Not $70 worth of a good time, but maybe $30 worth of a good time. Plus, the achievements are super doable if you're looking for a game to go achievement hunting in. Hopefully, this will be the last video I have to censor so heavily too. Speaking of which, what videos do I have coming up soon anyway? Damn it. Also, if you want to see me try a hard achievement with non-stick figure violence, then check out this video. I'm also streaming all these attempts live on twitch.tv, so come and say hello and join the madness over there too. With that, hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one. See ya.